Good day, crafty chums, and today we'll be making 2 Shaker ATCs. That's going to be the challenge. Are you up to it? First one, with the first ATC we'll be using die cuts, and with the second ATC we'll be hand cutting. So if you don't have a die cut, then I'll show you a way to make a shaker card just cutting by hand. So what I'm using for the first ATC card is going to be papers from this pack, Freebird by Authentique, and I've chosen these 3 colours, I think therefore I am. So and this is what I'm going to use there, and I'm going to be using these die cuts here. This is a Joanna Sheen one, and this is 2 fans small. I'll show you that everything's upside down in there. So I'll show you that. That's the small one, and this is going to be the window. I know it's a fan shape, but it's going to be the window for the shaker, and that's the set that is there. Okay, and of course I need my cuttle bug and cutting plates and that, but first I'm just going to cut out the intricate die shape first, and of course because this is on the desk and you probably won't be able to see it if I do it there, so what I'll do is I'll cut them out and come back, and then we'll get on with it. Right, okay, so far I've cut out 3 of the little fan shapes there, which is the top layer of the fan, and they'll be going like that. But now what I need to do next is to cut my top piece of ATC, which it will be 2.5 by 3.5, so 2.5 by 3.5. And the next bit is a little bit more tricky because it will be to do with the placement of the what do they call it? Window. That's the word I'm looking for. Window, or the aperture for the shaker. So this is the bit of the fan for that. So what I've got to do is place it on, and in a position where it's all going to fit onto the card. So that's quite important there, getting positioned so that everything fits in. And I'm coming up a bit because I bought on one of those card making magazines, they had an oriental stamp set, so what I'm looking for is to place this on to fit, and then hopefully there's going to be enough room to get a stamp on there as well. I haven't tried stamping these yet, so I don't know what they're like, but I was hoping for maybe this is quite a large corner. I was hoping the corner would go on, but it's much too big, so not that. There's a fan, but I've already got fans. There's a nice little Chinese lantern. Did I show? Yeah, so there's a couple of fans. There's one there and one there, larger, smaller, but I'm using a fan anyway. I might get the smaller fan on. There's a nice little flower there that will go on. This would make a nice window itself actually, but it would be a lot of trimming out by hand that you'd have to do for that one. Might do it a bit later. Even this would be good, because you could stamp the bow and then just cut out that circle there. See if that is probably enough length for it. Let's see. Inches. Get your head on. Yeah, just enough. There would be just enough to get that on lengthwise to make that into a shaker ATC there. So even that is a good one there. Of course, the length there is good on the bamboo shoots, and I could actually do the bamboo on there, and that wouldn't matter. I could stamp it and then cut out after. We're just gonna have a little play with these stamps to see which one fits and I'll be back to show you which stamp I've selected. Okay, the two stamps I've chosen is actually the bamboo and the little fan there, and I tell you, I haven't done any embossing for a while, so it might be fun to do a little bit of embossing, I think. So we'll go with that. We'll do some embossing. I've got a nice red here, which would go, and black, of course, obviously black would go. I've got a in the intricate fan shape there, I do have the black there, so maybe not the black. I've got red, black, and white, and gold. Shall I go with the red? Let's be daring, let's go red. Yay. Right, okay, so what first thing to do is find my little Ujima fluffer. Little Ujima thing that takes the old static thing off. Okay. Hopefully I haven't got too much stuff on my hands. It's my little Versamark and my now dirty one. Okay. So I'm just going to position this just in the corner, because we are going to lose some of this, of course, when we put the fan on and everything, we will lose some of that detail. And then, I actually thought this would have dried up by now, but it still feels nice and juicy. Juicy Lucy, because I've had it a long time, that one. It's actually quite difficult to see until you've actually embossed it where the other bit is. I'm using a little mouse pad here as well, just to give me that extra bit to push into, just to hopefully get all the detail. I don't know how well these will stamp because, as I say, they're brand new and I haven't used them before. So we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. Look, the lid can't have been on properly. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Look at that. What do you think? Is that bright or is that bright? Wish I'd had brown. I'm hoping this is going to be okay because, as I say, they're new stamps and you can never be too sure with new stamps how it's going to come out like. Right. Quite often new stamps will stick and they don't stamp out straight away. And of course, being a freebie giveaway, you're never going to be too sure of the quality of them either. Okay. Haven't heated up my heat gun either, so what I'm going to do is heat it up and come back for the actual embossing bit. Right, so I've just warmed up my heat gun. I know this isn't going to emboss too well because I can see that it hasn't stamped, but I'm okay with that because it was a new stamp set, so you know, it'll take a couple of goes of using it before they come right, just to get all the tacky stuff that's on them straight away. So yeah, so I'm not making excuses, folks. I just know it's not going to be that good an embossing impression this time. That's what that looks like so far. As you can see, it's not that good around that area there, but it's okay, because I'm just going to show you the card. So we were deciding before whereabouts we're going to cut, so I'm thinking that this is going to be a little bit over there. So I'm just trying to, I actually don't want this to come off the card, the fans to come off the card, but I might not get away with it, it might just have to anyway. Yeah. Don't think I'm going to get away with it. Don't think I'm going to quite be able to squeeze them all in. So we'll just go for that. We'll go for that position there. What I'm going to do is cut the window and we'll be back.